Greetings, stepchildren. It's your man of the hour, call sign Spanx, and today I've come to tell you that Rainbow sucks! Rainbow Siege sucks! It's booty! It's ass! It's not good! No bueno! Garbaje! I mean, look at this Stephen Hawking Skrillex hybrid! What is that? You wanna know why Rainbow sucks? Because this beautiful, beautiful game is in our existence!
No, not you, Seamus.
Ah, poo.
Okay, now don't get me wrong, there are plenty of amazing memories and good times me and my friends have made playing Rainbow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a gander here at Exhibit A.
He one-tapped me?
One more in there. One more in there.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm so hard. Oh my god.
Now, I'd rather not explain what those noises were at the end, but anyways, let's take another gander at Exhibit B. 3, 2, 1, there he is. There he is. 3, 2, 1, there he is.
Wait, come on! Benny! Get that GC charm off your gun. GC charm off the gun immediately.
Well, wasn't that embarrassing? I mean, fuck me to tears. Am I right? Am I right? But anyways, I digress. Now, let's get back to the main point of the video. Now, all jokes aside, I want to tell you that Ready or Not is a game that shouldn't be enjoyed. It's a game that should open your eyes and even make you feel sick to your stomach. The game presents scenarios that reflect the grim realities of SWAT operations. Players encounter situations involving potential civilian casualties, which forces them to confront the moral weight of their decisions in high-stake environments. This level of realism can evoke feelings of anxiety and even guilt, particularly when players must make split-second decisions that can lead to tragic outcomes. Allow me to paint you a picture. Imagine your squad getting ready to clear a room. Inside, you encounter a civilian. Now, in most SWAT-based games, the civilian usually complies, gets cuffed, and that's the end of it. However, in Ready or Not, the situation demands a higher level of trigger discipline. This game stands out because it requires players to remain vigilant and make split-second decisions, as civilians may not react predictably. Unlike typical tactical shooters where surrender is the norm, you must be prepared for unexpected outcomes that could complicate the mission. The game's design introduces true tension as a civilian might unwittingly reach for a phone, prompting a potentially fatal misunderstanding. Or they may pose an actual threat, leading to tragic outcomes for your character or squad members if you aren't fast enough to react. And when I say tragic outcomes, I don't only mean a potential risk of dying. I also mean a negative mental outcome. And no, you will not suddenly get PTSD when you load into the game. However, based on the actions you take in a mission, such as unauthorized use of lethal or excessive force, or if a squad mate dies, it can negatively impact your AI partner's mental health, resulting in poor performance in future missions, which personally I think is an outstanding feature we haven't seen before in other games. Now, let me ask y'all something. When have you ever played a tactical shooter that has the enemy AI strategically hidden? And I'm not talking about behind a door or in a bathroom. I'm talking about places where real criminals have tried to hide, like in closets or under beds. I mean, this is such a good feature. Why is this the first time we have seen something like this? We need gameplay that's less obvious from what we've experienced the past 15 years. And I think I speak for the entire tactical shooter community when I say we need more special mechanics like this that will honestly make you question your sanity.
True, but I've been in your head before. I know how you think. I'm the only man who can contain you.
Wanna know the only problem?
What's that, Blark?
I'm already gone.
He's in the walls.
He's in the goddamn wall! Sorry, I thought that part would be fun. We'll edit this part out. This is a couple of many features and details Ready or Not offers that will give you anxiety with every encounter you have. We haven't even talked about the grueling details of each mission and their deeper meaning. Many missions delve into dark subject matter, such as hostage situations or encounters with perpetrators of serious crimes. Consider the Sinuous Trail mission at the Mindjot data center, which requires players to conduct a high-stakes raid on a data storage facility. This mission addresses critical social issues such as cybercrime and financial exploitation, reflecting the dark side of technology and moral dilemmas. A major challenge in this mission involves the necessity of preserving evidence related to the illegal activities taking place in the data center. Players must balance the urgency of neutralizing threats with the importance of collecting and protecting critical data drives and documentation. This dual focus on law enforcement procedures and maintaining the integrity of evidence requires careful consideration during fast-paced scenarios. In a different mission named Twisted Nerve at the 213 Park Homes, players are tasked with shutting down residential homes involved in methamphetamine production. This addresses the larger issue of drug abuse and its impact on communities, showcasing the criminal elements that thrive in such environments and the subsequent social decay. Some missions may involve dealing with individuals engaged in human trafficking or other violent acts. These themes force players to grapple with issues of morality and human suffering, leading to feelings of discomfort and moral dilemmas. For instance, let me present to you The Spider, which is set in what looks like a typical performing arts studio called Brixley Talent Time. As players progress deeper into the operation, it becomes apparent that they are facing a far more sinister scenario involving CP and trafficking, with armed individuals intent on protecting their source of income. These problems often occur in environments that should be safe for children, such as a performing arts studio, where vulnerable minors can be lured by traffickers promising them fame. The mission's dark twist, where a leader opts to take his own life rather than surrender, highlights the extreme and desperate measures traffickers might resort to when cornered. This narrative choice adds a layer of realism, provoking players to confront the harsh realities of such crimes. By immersing players in these intense scenarios, Ready or Not fosters a deeper understanding of the moral complexities and urgent need for awareness surrounding child exploitation and trafficking represented in contemporary society. Now, arguably the most controversial mission in Ready or Not is named The Elephant, where players are placed in a scenario involving an active shooter situation at Watt Community College. This mission has drawn significant attention due to its sensitive subject matter, reflecting real-world anxiety surrounding school violence. Players must approach the situation with caution, balancing the imperative to neutralize a threat while being aware of the potential for civilian casualties. Such missions encourage deep analysis of the implications of violence in educational settings and law enforcement's responses to crises. These missions illustrate how Ready or Not doesn't shy away from engaging with pressing societal issues, highlighting not just tactical engagement, but also the moral complexities that law enforcement faces in real life. This engagement with topics like race, class, and violence can make players feel uneasy as they navigate the implications of their actions in scenarios that reflect real-world tensions. However, I want to clarify that the developers of Ready or Not did not make this game with a political motive or agenda. All the missions in Ready or Not have a deeper meaning, but can only be seen by the players who are looking for it. Now, you're probably asking yourself while watching this, well, what does the feedback of the community say about the game and its missions? Tell us, Sparks, Sparkles, Spackle, Shingles. Alright, well, here you go. Players have had mixed reactions to the way Ready or Not tackles serious social issues. Some people, such as myself, really appreciate how the game dives into real-world problems like school shootings, drug trafficking, and even human trafficking, seeing it as a bold move that gets players to think about tough topics that are often avoided in games. Now, on the other hand, some players are uncomfortable with these sensitive themes, wondering if the game trivializes real-life tragedies, or if it's even ethical to play through scenarios based on such serious events. The game's handling on these issues definitely affects how players experience it. Some say it makes missions feel more intense, adding a sense of responsibility as they deal with these heavy topics. Others feel that the dark tone can take away from the fun, with some questioning whether it's right to engage with missions that reflect real trauma. However, I would argue that this was the developer's goal. not to make their game unenjoyable, but to make it eye-opening and even disturbing. A big point of controversy was the play in school shooting mission, which sparked a lot of debates. While some players felt it was poor in taste, the developers said they aimed to handle it carefully and were open to feedback from the community. While Ready or Not can definitely make players feel uneasy and even question their morals, it's really trying to raise awareness about serious issues that law enforcement and society deal with every single day. The mixed reactions from gamers show that the community is grappling with whether it's appropriate to explore such sensitive topics in a game. This conversation is important because it pushes us to think about how video games can reflect real-life issues and events. Just like my 6 Days in Fallujah video, which was my most recent YouTube post, as well as the up-and-coming Black Hawk Down campaign in Delta Force, which will be my next video, so definitely stay tuned for that. Anyway, by forcing players to think about the consequences of their decisions, Ready or Not goes beyond being just a game. It becomes a space where players can reflect critically on tougher themes. In a world where many genres lean heavily into skepticism, this title's willingness to dive into darker sides of reality encourages us to confront the complexities of our lives and realize the ethical responsibilities that come with the choices we both make in games and in the real world. This is why I think games like Rainbow Six, Call of Duty, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and newer Battlefields simply just suck. Not because they are bad within themselves, well, actually they are.
I'm watching this kill cam. I'm watching this kill cam. Are you fucking joking me? Oh, he's in games. There's no fucking way! I didn't miss that. The bullet sticks went to fucking head. Look, I'm breakdancing. Come on. We're in the fucking Matrix.
However, that's besides the point. I think these major companies need to take bolder steps and start taking on challenges like Ready or Not. To anyone watching right now, if you happen to work at Treyarch, Ubisoft, DICE, or Infinity Ward, I demand you get off the toilet, get out of bed, get off the fucking floor, and go to your boss right now and not only make them watch this video, but make them like, comment, subscribe, and have them tackle the challenge of making their games more realistic. And when I say realistic, I don't mean graphics and recoil. We've gotten more than enough of that. I'm talking about events and conflicts that have actually taken place. Ready or Not serves as a gateway into the complexities of modern policing, emphasizing the combination of strategy, ethics, and realism in video games, which is why it is such an amazing, eye-opening game in today's world that I strongly believe other large titles should take a stab at, because at the end of the day, the same old games that we get every year are dying.